Chapter 1. Operating System and Graphical User Interface, Role and Functions. Learning Outcomes. Operating System OS, Need for an Operating System, Functions of Operating System, Types of Operating System, User Interface System, User Interface UI, CUI and GUI, Elements of GUI. Introduction. A computer system consists of hardware along with software in order to function properly. Hardware refers to physical parts of computer that we can touch and see. Software refers to the instructions that tell the hardware what to do. Without each other, hardware and software cannot perform any task. The software in a computer system is broadly divided into two types: system software and application software. System software. System software is a software designed to provide a platform for other software. Examples of system software include operating systems, device driver, utility software, and language processor. Application software. Application software is a software created for a specific purpose. It is generally a program or collection of programs used by end users. Examples of application softwares include Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Excel, etc. In this chapter, we shall talk about operating system in detail. Operating system, OS. An operating system is a type of system software. It is a program that acts as an interface between the user and the computer hardware and controls the execution of all kinds of programs. Examples of operating system are DOS, Unix, Linux, and Windows. Need for an operating system. An operating system is the most important software that runs on a computer. It is considered the backbone of a computer, managing both software and hardware resources. Operating systems are responsible for everything from the control and allocation of memory to recognizing input from external devices and transmitting output to computer displays. They also help in the smooth functioning of various peripherals. Functions of operating system. An operating system provides a variety of services to a computer and its users. Some of the major functions of an operating system are: it boots the computer, means the process of powering on a computer. It performs basic computer tasks, for example managing the various peripheral devices such as CPU, mouse, keyboard. It provides a user interface UI, that is how a user interacts with a computer. It keeps track of files on the hard disk. It manages the security of the system by setting password to it. It keeps track of various jobs done by the users like opening programs, reading, writing, saving, etc. It is responsible for detecting any type of error that occurs and then properly handling it. It recognizes input from the keyboard, it sends output to the monitor and maintains the internal clock of the computer system even if the computer is shut down. Types of operating system. The most widely used operating systems are single-user operating system. A single-user operating system has a single CPU and a set of input and output devices. It supports only one user to work on the system at any given point of time. Most common single OS are MS-DOS, Windows 3.1, Windows 95. Multi-user operating system. A multi-user operating system allows multiple users to work simultaneously on a computer. These operating systems are complex in comparison to single-user operating system. In such operating system, CPU allots its time to each working user. Some examples of multi-user OS are Linux, Unix, Windows NT XP, Windows Vista, Windows 7, 8 and 10. Multiprocessing operating system. A system in which two or more CPUs are available independently is called multiprocessing. It provides the facility to work with a number of users independently and simultaneously. Some examples of multiprocessing OS are Linux, Unix, Windows NT XP Vista, Windows 7, 8 and 10. Time-sharing or multitasking operating system. An operating system that is capable of allowing multiple software processes to run at the same time is called time-sharing or multitasking operating system. Some examples of this operating system are Unix, Windows NT, XP, Vista, Windows 7 and 8. Multi-threading operating system. An operating system that allows different parts of a software program to run simultaneously is called multi-threading operating system. Examples of this operating system are Linux, Unix, Windows XP, Vista, Windows 7, 8 and 10. User interface, UI. The user interface is a medium through which a user interacts with the computer. There are two types of user interface: character user interface CUI and graphical user interface GUI. Character user interface or command line user interface is a user interface in which tasks are performed by typing commands. Unix and MS-DOS are the CUI-based operating systems. Do you know Microsoft's first operating system, DOS 1.0, was launched in August 1981? Advantages of CUI. Fast in speed. The user has direct communication with the computer. It has a wider range of commands. Disadvantages of CUI. Difficult for a beginner to use. User needs to learn complex commands. Lots of typing needs for solving a simple task. Chance of input errors. Do you know directory in DOS is called folder in Windows? Second, graphical user interface GUI. Graphical user interface is a user interface which allows the user to interact with computer system through menus, dialog boxes, and graphical figures called icons. Commands are clicked here using the mouse. Windows and Linux are the most popular GUI-based operating systems. Do you know Linux is an open source operating system? Advantages of GUI. Easier for a beginner to use. It is very easy to use. You don't have to learn any command. It is visually appealing and attractive. Programs are arranged in folders. It allows user to work with graphical elements such as desktop icons. Less chance of input errors. Disadvantages of GUI. Slower than CUI. More memory is required. Needs a lot of hardware and software to work. Examples of GUI applications: ATM, smartphones, audio-video recorder, household devices, digital and cable TV. Remember, Windows 10 was released in 2015. Windows 8 was released in 2012. Windows 7 was released in 2009 and Windows Vista was released in 2007. Elements of GUI. Graphical User Interface GUI uses a combination of technologies and devices to provide the platform. The elements used to create this platform are pointer, a symbol that appears on the screen. When we move our mouse on the mouse pad, the pointer also moves. It is used to select an object or a command on the screen using the click buttons on the mouse. It usually appears as a small angled arrow. Second, icons. Icons are small pictures that represent commands, files, or a folder on the screen. Third, desktop. The area on the display screen where icons are displayed is often referred to as the desktop. Windows. You can divide the screen into different areas. In each window, you can run a different program or display a different file. You can move or resize windows. Here are two different windows. Menus. A menu is a list of options or commands presented to the user of a computer application to help the user to find information or execute a program function. Menus are of two types: drop-down menu, pop-up menu, or shortcut menu. When we right-click on the mouse, a pop-up menu is displayed with few options. Recap zone. Operating system is a program that acts as an interface between the user and the computer hardware and controls the execution of all kinds of programs. The user interface is the medium through which a user interacts with the computer. It has two types, CUI and GUI. Directory in DOS is called folder in Windows. Linux is an open source operating system. GUI allows user to work with graphical elements such as desktop icons.